Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Kickstart summer with Memorial Day values at Lowe's. Choose 4 or more eligible Samsung appliances to complete your dream kitchen and laundry room. Plus, get 10% back via MasterCard gift card rebate. Also, save now on the latest Samsung appliances, like the bespoke refrigerator with panels in a variety of colors to mix and match. It's an easy way to create your own unique look. Memorial Day values start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today. Offer ends June 13th. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Today we toast Mr. Paul Oldfield, a.k.a. Mr. Methane. Now, his nickname Mr. Methane because of his unmatched ability to fart on command. Now, as a man who enjoys breaking wind, butt whistling, cutting the cheese, floating an air biscuit, squeezing beef, and otherwise enjoys making dry gravy, I salute Mr. Methane. But to give you an idea of his unrivaled ability, here's a clip from a national performance on England's Got Talent, all right? And just tell me you're not impressed.
Music Maestro, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, look, I don't care who you are.
Good night, Wembley.
I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're disgusted by farts. That is the most impressive farting I've ever seen. And so here's the thing. How does he do it? Apparently, when he was like a teenager or something, his sister got into yoga. So he tried to do some of the moves she was doing. You lay on your back, you throw your knees by your ears. And he realized in that moment he can kind of, quote unquote, inhale through his butt. As soon as he kind of took the air in, he could blow it out. And based on how tight he would make his sphincter, he could actually control the tone. So he went on Britain's Got Talent. He got X.
He should move on to the next round.
Dude, I'm sorry. That to me is so remarkably impressive. And to watch him do it, it's an amazing thing.
Elegant theater.
It is. Anyway, check out Mr. Methane on Google. He has many, many clips. And if they don't make you laugh, it's because you're dead inside. In the meantime, let's drink. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bitchola.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault. Damn on.
All right, it's a 25 from 50 inspired Bad Choice Friday every weekday or weekend at noon, Saturday and Sunday here at KISW. Ryan Castle takes you through 25 from 50. And this weekend we'll feature the top 25 bass players in the 50 years of history at KISW. We featured a couple good bass lines. Neither one of those two bands will be featured at all over the weekend. But nonetheless, it was D-Light's Groove is in the Heart against the Bee Gees and You Should Be Dancing. Mike? How was the voting?
It was tight this week, Miles. It came down to the difference of 1%.
Wow.
And while the groove is in the heart, you need to show it by dancing. Therefore, Bee Gees.
Oh, get out of here!
Uh-oh.
Welcome to the weekend. Here's your winner. In a Bad Choice Friday, you are listening to The Men's Room, 99.9 KISW, Seattle.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Kickstart summer with Memorial Day values at Lowe's. Choose 4 or more eligible Samsung appliances to complete your dream kitchen and laundry room. Plus, get 10% back via MasterCard gift card rebate. Also, save now on the latest Samsung appliances, like the bespoke refrigerator with panels in a variety of colors to mix and match. It's an easy way to create your own unique look. Memorial Day values start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today. Offer ends June 13th. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
99.9 KISW.
Now for all TV news all the time. Time for TV Time with Tim.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. Seth Meyers. The Jimmies.
Jay Kimmel.
Jimmy K, Jimmy F.
And Fallon.
James Corden.
Okay.
Jimmy Corden.
Jimmy Corden.
Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
And it's right there. The title. These guys have teams of talented writers to help them come up with the monologues each and every night. And it's up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
The number of dogs that are recently ingesting pot has skyrocketed. As more states legalize cannabis, more dogs are getting into this stuff. They say if your dog sits on the couch for more than 6 hours, it either ate marijuana or it's just a dog.
Either Ted Smith or Jimmy Fallon.
No. Kimmel's a smoker. And he takes a long time to get to the punchline. That's Kimmel.
Good work, Montgomery.
Wow, well
the
done.
The number of dogs that are accidentally ingesting pot has skyrocketed. As more states legalize cannabis, more dogs are getting into the stuff. They say that if your dog sits on the couch for more than 6 hours, it either ate marijuana or is just a dog.
McDonald's is officially bringing back the McRib nationwide. When asked how they're going to bring it back, jeez.
We got it. Take two.
Thank you. Take
your time. It's a weekend. And action. People are trapped in their cars. They have nowhere to go.
McDonald's is officially bringing back the McRib nationwide. When asked how they are going to bring back the McRib during a pork shortage, McDonald's said, those two things aren't as related as you think.
Fallon.
Myers.
Fallon.
McDonald's is officially bringing back the McRib nationwide, folks. When asked how they're bringing back the McRib during a pork shortage, McDonald's said, those two things aren't as related as you think.
There are reports that vaping among teens has gone down in the last year since teens were not in school. Also down were underage drinking and teen pregnancies.
The Ted Smith.
Yeah, do we need a report on that? Like, right, because they were sitting at home?
With your parents.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing.
No, it is.
Don't get me wrong, but it's like, right.
I bet you a lot of, vandalism went down last year. Spray-painted penises went down last year. Underage drinking went down last year, right?
Nearly 60% of millennials will attend a Friendsgiving celebration this year. Also, Friendmas and Friendindependence Day, and whatever else keeps them away from their weird anti-vax relatives.
Seth Meyers.
Fallon.
Myers.
Nearly 60% of millennials will attend a Friendsgiving celebration this year. Also, Friendsmas and Friendindependence Day and whatever else keeps them away from their weird anti-vax relatives.
I like to celebrate Friskmas. It's where I get to touch people.
Mm-hmm. Friskmas?
Friskmas.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the holidays, that was always one of the things about the holidays.
What's that?
Was that you have to sit there with people in your family you don't agree with on stuff.
Okay, so the way it works in my family is simply this, and I get this from my father. So if I am at their home, if I go to Texas, Virginia, D.C., whatever, just be how you're going to be. I'm not going to say anything about it. I will not argue about your politics because you got the right to believe what you want to believe, and truly, I don't care. If they are visiting Seattle and they are with me and my father has my back on the, you don't get drama here. There is none. We don't play it. We don't do it. You can have all your family issues. You do it on your time and your place. And my father's side of the family is so scared of him. He was the oldest brother. Like, to this day.
Well, good. I'm glad he laid down the law.
There's some weird thing going on with two of my uncles, right? Two of his brothers. And so the rest of the family is hyper aware of this. My father had no idea about this. I came here a few years ago. I guess the beef was still going on. Didn't matter to me. I talked to the one uncle and told him, man, look, I don't care what your problem is. If you bring it into my home, you got to get the F out of my home. So they finally told my father, I do not know what he said, but he put the kibosh on it, and it ended. And my one aunt, and come on, she's like 65 years old. She's like, oh, baby, we're still scared of your daddy. I'm like,
he did something.
Yeah, he
what
said
he's not
something.
telling.
Well, that's
you
what I'm
don't
saying.
know a story.
I mean,
He
besides
did
like
something.
personal beef, there's always somebody. You know what I mean? I mean, like politics with social media and stuff. Politics are more in your face now,
Yeah.
but also sometimes too. And I do this with a few people in my family. I go, just it doesn't matter if they're right or left or vax or anti-vax. You know what I mean? Look, the anti-vax stuff's a little different. Some people ain't gonna let you in your home if you're not
Right.
vaxxed. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the times it's just a loudmouth MFers. So I just tell other people in my family, it's like they're like, what do you mean they better not say something? They're gonna say something.
You know they are.
Look, I don't really care for them that much either, but let's just let it go because I want to hang out with everybody else in this room.
Yeah. And you already know how they are.
Right, and if you want to sit down and have a conversation or a real argument with somebody, you can do that. You can do that on the phone, too.
Sure.
But you're together
it's
for a good time.
Right, it's a holiday, there's food there.
Come on.
Whatever.
Right, that's the thing.
Come
What
on.
is the purpose of you being here?
We grew up together.
Also, sometimes the Friendsgiving thing is just as simple as people don't live where they grew up.
Right.
Like, it's
Save
like,
money.
people
bro.
aren't always avoiding their family and stuff. Like, some of it is just like, yeah, that's what you know what I mean? Like, I have a decent amount of friends that live out here in Seattle. Like, none of us are from here.
Well, that's what we do now on Thanksgiving. I go, look, man, is there Thanksgiving or Christmas? As far if I'm going to spend money and we have to get on a goddamn plane and fly for hours and I lose all this money to see family, pick one. I would always encourage Christmas because you get longer. The kids can hang out with their cousins. So Thanksgiving, traditionally, we do at our house.
But
Christmas, I'm willing to go out, but like one or the other. It ain't going to be both, man.
But we understand that a flight that's short is 5 hours.
Right.
So when they come, they stay forever. Oh, wow. It takes forever to get to Seattle. We were on that plane for 4.5 hours. Like, I've been home 9 times.
Right.
You have come here once in 12 years. Shut up.
Well, in the 16 years I've been out here, right,
Seriously.
I haven't gone back east for Thanksgiving once. But also at Christmas, you're right. It's a longer break, and I would add this, too. There's more stuff to do.
Yes.
Thanksgiving's great the night before, day of, and then like Friday, Saturday, but then, whereas like Christmas, like most people I know and stuff, that whole week in between is like fun times.
Yeah.
There's like other little parties. You're still in that December mode of like, screw it, eat what you want.
I think that's the thing. You know, the end of the year is coming. People have a different attitude. Thanksgiving, it's like, look, Wednesday, we'll probably get drunk because that's the big night. Thursday, we're going to eat, watch football. Friday, we're going to eat again and watch college football. Saturday, we're going to finish Thanksgiving, right? And watch more college football. Like, Thanksgiving to me, other than sitting at the dining room table, is a holiday of not moving.
I'm with you.
I turn on the TV,
Friday,
there are sports. That's it.
And if you're a college football nerd like me, that Friday after Thanksgiving is great.
It's man,
you have all the food you want, and there's games on.
I'm actually looking forward to Thanksgiving, though, just based on this conversation.
Thanksgiving.
That's not a song.
I'm hungry.
No, there's a Thanksgiving song.
Like that?
Yeah, isn't it Sandler? Mike, didn't he do a Thanksgiving song?
Yeah. He did it. It was a turkey song, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
It's called the Thanksgiving song.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miles. You're both right. Because I'm right.
Golly.
Thanksgiving.
Right? That's what I was trying to do. Are you guys familiar with Cameo?
Yes.
The
Word
band,
up.
you mean?
Word up.
No, the service where celebrities.
Oh, yeah, you can for birthdays and stuff.
I just referenced a one-hit wonder.
We are so old.
I was like, you guys did just date yourself.
Say, if you got the word, you're gonna get it on the way.
All right.
Oh, you funky DJs who think you're cool, you've got to understand that you're acting like fool. Get your brother.
Cameo put out their top performing TV stars.
Word up. Everybody say,
if you're feeling funky, gotta get it underway.
Word up. Everybody say.
It was a good song, Ted.
When you got the call, you got to get it on the way. Look out.
Remember listening to it when I was a small child.
Yeah,
I liked Get In. Boom. All right. So Cameo put out their list of top 10 performing stars. The funny thing from TV, the funny thing is a lot of them are not exactly like the biggest stars from the biggest shows.
So what, like just hustling, like Nick Cannon style, where they're doing a lot of things, or?
No. People just say, hey, I want a birthday message. You know, let's say we were all on there, right? Like people be like, hey, I want a birthday message from Ted Smith.
I wouldn't say that.
I'd probably get bored doing so much. Damn. So number 10 on the list is the captain from Below Deck. There's a show that just follows around the crew of like yachts. Oh. It's called Below Deck.
What happens below deck, Captain?
Below deck, it should be noted that on my boat, deck is my belt.
Oh, no!
And we play foreigners' head games. If you can piece it together, you win a year's supply of credit.
What happens when you blow deck?
Below or blow?
Blow.
His name is Lee Rosbach. Next on the list,
I know him well.
Shalom.
Some of it has to do with money as well, right? Like Captain Lee there, he's charging $250.
Damn.
The next one on the list is Sandra Diaz Twine.
I don't even know.
She's from Survivor, so you wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
But she's only charging $60.
That's fair.
For $99, he made the list. Number 8, you can get Ray Abruzio. He's Little Carmine from The Sopranos.
Okay.
$99.
His money will go up now that they have the new show.
If he's in it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Everybody's seen the Whose Line Is It Anyway? Mm-hmm. Colin, $150. He's on the list.
He's funny. He's funny.
Everybody on that show is.
That's a good point. They're all improv comedians. They're very good. They're very funny, yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen some other improv. Like, that show is very good. What's his name? One of them lives up here.
Ryan Stiles. He's up in the Bellingham area.
Yeah, exactly. Our buddy Brad's buddy was with him. They play golf.
I thought he might be the best guy on that show.
He's hilarious. Yeah.
He is.
Dude, I had a situation. Well, I can't tell you that on the air.
All right. But don't.
I'll tell you off the air.
We're not in the vault.
I know.
You can't help yourself sometimes.
I know.
All right. Fred Stoller. He's Gerald. Everybody loves Raymond. He's on the list, but he's only $30.
What? Who?
No, he was Gerald on Everybody Loves Raymond.
There was big deal. Brad Garrett, Ray Romano. Those are the only two I know from. I never even watched that
Brad
show.
Garrett and Ray Romano, I don't even know if they're on Cameo, but they're charging a lot. William Hung, you remember him from American Idol?
Christ, yeah.
He's number 5th on the list, but he's $30.
$30, I would do that for you.
I mean, what else are you doing?
Larry Thomas, Jason, VD would know who this is.
Yeah, he would. Is it a vegetarian food cooking show?
He was the soup Nazi on Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
He's $80. He's high on the list. By the way, if you have Netflix, good news. Seinfeld is on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's been years in the making. I'm staring at you because you're going to start watching Seinfeld.
Ted.
For everybody that goes, no, people watch goddamn Friends. They could start watching Seinfeld.
No. Here, the only thing, I know you're a Seinfeld apologist, and it was a fine show. But like Friends, it was not hard to find on TV.
It wasn't.
I mean, they're going to Netflix, but I'm like, my God.
I'm talking about the kids. Talking to you, CJ, Maddie, start watching it. Jake,
it's great.
Watch it at the shop.
You make a good point, right? Because Friends or Seinfeld, you can find it in syndication in any given moment on TV. But right, as far as reaching "quote unquote" the next generation,
they didn't.
If you put it on Netflix, in their mind, now it's worth checking out.
Do you know why I watch Seinfeld now?
Why?
This is so geeky. There was a guy named Gary Klein, right? Mm-hmm. And he used to make mountain bikes, and he was out of Wallingford.
All right.
Oh, because of Jerry's bikes in the background?
So the bike that he has that's hanging in the back is a Klein bike.
That's why you watch it?
It's from the late 80s. It's my bike. I have the exact same Gary Klein bike. He doesn't make bikes anymore, so I look at that, I'm like, that's my bike on television. Awesome.
Kevin from The Office, Brian Boghammer.
He's funny.
So he charges almost $200, but he's third on this list.
He's great.
People like him.
And he makes really good videos when he actually does it. It's not necessarily his character or this guy is hilarious when he does it. He puts some real good thought and actual creativity into his cameos.
Josh Shushman from Glee and Wizards of Waverly Place. He's only $50. And then the last one, Big Ed Brown. Big Ed.
No.
From 90 Day Fiancé. He's the top performing star on Cameo.
Also known as No Neck Ed. Look this guy up.
You've seen memes of him. All right, I'll give you guys one guess. I'll give you a hint for how much he charges. I'll just simply say this. Nice.
$69.
$69.
Okay. Hold on. No Neck
Makes
Ed.
me love that.
Oh! Yeah. I've seen him in commercials.
You've seen that, you. Yeah.
I've never seen the show. I see his commercials.
Yeah, you might not know. Right. That's what I'm saying. I've never really watched 90 Day Fiancé. You might not get it, but you've seen that guy everywhere. All right, let's see. What are you going to watch on the tube this weekend?
Yeah, baby!
Obviously, some people are excited about some baseball. Woo! I heard 40,000 of our friends are going to be downtown tonight.
And
which
they're
is
all
awesome.
Orioles fans.
Yes. There's more damn... I've never met Orioles fans in this town until this
and Tampa Bay Devil Ray fans?
Hey, I'm an Orioles fan. I'm not an Orioles fan. They suck so bad. But right now, Mariners, my Baltimore Orioles are trying to do the best they can to get your ass into the postseason.
They've done a great job so far.
You got some Seahawks action on Sunday. And don't forget, your Sounders have moved to Sunday night. I think that game got moved, so that's a 7 p.m. kick. So you can end the weekend with a little football.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it.
Jesus.
You are listening to the Men's Room.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Kickstart summer with Memorial Day values at Lowe's. Choose 4 or more eligible Samsung appliances to complete your dream kitchen and laundry room. Plus, get 10% back via MasterCard gift card rebate. Also, save now on the latest Samsung appliances, like the bespoke refrigerator with panels in a variety of colors to mix and match. It's an easy way to create your own unique look. Memorial Day values start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today. Offer ends June 13th. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Man on a horse taunts a line of people waiting for gas in London saying, this guy runs on carrots. Meanwhile, a Florida woman is still in jail for throwing hot grits on her boyfriend's face because that is what that merits. Man posts pic on Facebook but forgets about the large bag of meth in the shot. Woman finds 4.5 carat diamond, but unfortunately she had already tied the knot. And a Michigan woman calls in a fake shooting during a traffic stop so they would not arrest her boyfriend. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
At our top story, we take to the internet where someone on Twitter has found some irony. The Twitter post showed a couple screenshots of a piece written by a man by the name of Arthur Brooks. Right. And in a series about how one can build a life, this particular edition was titled, quote, "A profession is not a personality." Succinct, powerful, and true, all completely overruled by the literal first words of the piece itself, where he writes, quote, "As an economist."
Right. You killed it. Like, here's the thing. A lot of times you have a job, sometimes you have a profession. A profession is something, in my mind, that you specifically have sought out, right?
Sure.
You are kind of what your job is.
Exactly.
I'm told that I talk a lot. I'm told that I'm a loudmouth, an a-hole, all these things that you also tell me, and I'm like, I am a job.
Right.
Right? It's not that I'm a job. My job is me.
You find the profession that kind of best fits your personality.
My brother-in-law, he's an accountant.
Right.
He loves numbers. I mean, if you just mention a number, he comes like, this is who you are.
Right.
And that's why it's now what you are.
Same with my brother.
I think there's some people, too. I think it's more just for my taste. Sometimes some people, like, I don't care. Like, they're just kind of pompous jackasses about what their profession is.
I don't mean pompous about your job.
Yeah, it's like, all right, great.
It's like a doctor. I say this to doctors. Look, I respect what you do. I love what you do. I am glad that you were there. People go, they're so smart. I'm like, they spent 8 years in college learning this.
Right.
No offense. If after 8 years you can't figure out what they have figured out, you're not that bright.
And we can confirm that they are smart on this subject.
No doubt about it.
A doctor's not going to be able to tell me I shouldn't be able to trust the investment advice of a doctor telling me to buy lottery tickets.
That's all. You know, Castle put it best. During a break, Castle was there about 15 minutes ago, and he goes, man, we're just talking about trivia in general, big dummy. And he goes, my wife is a PhD, which she is. He goes, she is horrible at trivia. I'm like, she's super smart, but she knows the one thing she knows.
Right.
All right, but not, well, I don't want to say that. Right. Fish. She knows fish.
She knows fish.
You got a question about fish? I promise you, she's the best resource.
The menu said this was an 8-ounce fillet. This is clearly a 6-ounce fillet.
They also said it's an ahi tuna. It's not. It's
yeah, like I know a ton of general knowledge. You know, pretty smart guy. But you don't want me taking your geometry test.
Right.
This is farmed fish. I can taste it.
Right. Ted, you're a very intelligent man. I'm not taking you to, comic book quizzes.
Yeah.
Stuff on Star Wars, Harry Potter, any of that.
Ted's better than he says. He says it to piss people off. Meaning, and I think Ted has learned a difference simply out of resentment.
Right.
Simply to piss off nerds. Ted knows the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek, but he will never tell you.
No, he will not.
He'll give
and Marvel,
live long and
DC
prosper, and may the force be with you.
Now
he pretends he doesn't know, but he knows.
Now, if anybody else on the planet has a quiz about professional sports mascots,
oh, Jesus,
Ted's your guy.
Ted's your guy.
I told you, me and my buddy Brett, we play a game in his garage.
There you go.
When he got his
Mascot Madness.
When he got his Lando Calrissian Pez dispenser, Ted said, I hate Star Trek.
In other news, over to Missouri, where a man was arrested for trying to sell a catalytic converter. The part has been a target of many thieves lately, as they're easy to gain access to and sell for a decent price. None of which is why our man got arrested. No, he had police knocking on his door after they took a half-close look at the photo of the brand-new converter that he was trying to sell, in which you can clearly see the large bag of methamphetamine on the table in the background, complete with a classy addition of a spoon and syringe.
Now, it starts methy when you're trying to sell a catalytic converter, and I realize he didn't steal it.
Right.
He might have stolen from a store.
No, you're right. And I will say this. Mike, show me the picture and say, can you figure out why he got arrested? My first response was, that is a big-ass bag of Coke. Mike's like, it's meth. My bad.
Exactly. You still know that that's drugs out there.
Either way, it's illegal. Right.
I should say, we are assuming that it was drugs, just based on the photo.
It was drugs.
Thank you, VD.
It was drugs.
In Michigan, operators got a 911 call about a shooting that was taking place at a local hotel on their second floor. But there was just one problem when they got back to the hotel. There was no shooter present. Once they determined that the call was a fake one, they tracked the location of the 911 caller, who turned out to be the passenger of another car that was already pulled over by patrol officers.
Oh, come on.
When they confronted the woman about it, she admitted to making the phony call in an attempt to create a diversion for the officer that had stopped her boyfriend so that they would not arrest him. She was herself arrested and charged.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's one of those where you are putting your life savings on the roulette table.
Not a good idea.
It absolutely could work. You're right. However, in the off chance that you're not, you're wrecked.
It could work. Yes. Anything could work. But you ask yourself, are you comfortable with the odds?
Right.
Right.
Are you okay with that?
Financing my life by playing poker.
Right.
I could do it. The odds are I won't.
Right.
There's no chance.
Go ahead and put the deed to your house on that roulette table and see how you feel.
I could.
I know one professional gambler.
I know one guy that used to be a professional gambler. He did pretty well. Now he's an accountant.
Mm-hmm. Right, and the one guy I know, he is that good. Like you see him on TV, well, sometimes, but he has a bracelet from one of them. But like he's often at like the final tables of the World Series, like
the World Poker Tour, yeah.
the World Series of Poker.
No kidding.
Yeah,
World Series
like he's
of
that
Poker.
good. Yevgeny, man, he's the man.
Goodness gracious. Let's go to Florida, where a woman was arrested for assault. She had gotten into an argument with her boyfriend about an unknown issue, but it boiled to the point that it turned physical. In the heat of the moment, the woman struck her boyfriend with a saucepan fresh off the stove that was full of newly cooked grits.
Oh.
Which spilled out of the pan onto the victim, causing burns to his arm, and she was
Yeah,
arrested.
they're hot.
They're hot,
I mean,
and
they are hot.
they congeal instantly. I'm
Right,
sorry.
It's basically napalm, isn't it?
It is, right. It hits you, and it's done. Real quick, Ted, someone here says, what is the mascot for the Kansas City Royals?
Wait for it.
Ooh, wow. Baseball. You know, I usually say college. Mike, they're all professional.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is
Yeah,
it
you know a handful of professional mascots, though.
is it a weird little elephant?
It might be the A's, if that's the case.
The Royals. Baseball mascots is niche.
You know what we will find out on the app.
All right.
That is it for your headlines with that. Mike Hawkins out.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it, sir. We'll see you on the Odyssey app coming up next. More Men's Room. The Men's Room Happy Hour is next.
Yes, indeed. In the meantime, we be all about this bitch for 90 seconds. So until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Kickstart summer with Memorial Day values at Lowe's. Choose 4 or more eligible Samsung appliances to complete your dream kitchen and laundry room. Plus, get 10% back via MasterCard gift card rebate. Also, save now on the latest Samsung appliances, like the bespoke refrigerator with panels in a variety of colors to mix and match. It's an easy way to create your own unique look. Memorial Day values start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today. Offer ends June 13th. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.